Okay, so good morning, everybody. And as you had gone for your vacation, I was getting very much tempted that even I need to take a vacation. And the best place I could think of is coming back to my birthplace, my native place, that is Kolkata. So right now I'm in Kolkata and I'm enjoying my vacation to the fullest. But at the same time, whenever you have any kind of commitment which you have given already, always find a possibility how you can fulfill that also. So you can always do both. As I was sharing with you, life is never about or, either or. It can mostly be and. If you plan it nicely and think properly, and if you can understand that yes, things are much easily possible. Okay, so last time Swami sir had come to you and he was sharing some of the beautiful experience. How many of you remember about Swami sir's experience and what was his last time's experience? Who will tell me that? Yes, Diksha.
He was like running, and even though his legs hurted, he still ran very fast.
Yes, and which adventure he spoke about when he came? Which trip he was talking about? Which trip he was discussing about? Any idea? Yes, Sahasra, do you have an idea which trip he was talking about? Swami sir?
He was a Maya thing.
Himalaya thing. Okay, Himalaya thing. Yes, you are absolutely right. He was talking about the Himalaya thing, that's Everest Base Camp. That's very good. It's awesome that you remember. So today he's going to share with you another amazing adventure, and listen to this very carefully as Diksha had today shared that she is practicing how to go out of comfort zone and how to really fulfill whatever you have committed. That is what this Bhutan trip is all about. This new new adventure he's going to share. There was something very crucial happened just before the trip, which sir is going to share with you. So listen to this very carefully because I'm going to ask you some question immediately after that. Yes, Sahasra, you are asking something?
So I was learning how to put my feet on the another bar, and I got it.
Oh, you practiced
Yeah.
that. That's very nice.
She didn't even know how to go 2 bars, but she can put her feet up.
Oh, wow. I would like to see that someday if you can send a video or something in the group.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm so happy to see Agna. Where is Hari? Hari's video is off. Okay. Hi, Siddharth. Good morning.
I saw Agna in the park.
You saw Agna in the park today. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you people stay close by. That means. Okay, great. Your neighbors. Okay, okay. Siddharth, how you have been?
Ew. What? Which one?
Siddharth.
Daddy, what's yours?
Yes, how you have been? Okay, we are just, I have been good. So Siddharth's mic is not working. So he's saying it's good. So without wasting any more time, I will just hand it over to Swami sir. Over to you, Swami sir, for today's exciting adventure story. And let's see what we can learn from that. Everybody will pay full attention and listen to it very carefully. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Anindita. So good morning, kids. Good morning, children. How are you? How are you today? You had your breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Miss? Are you absolutely awake or still feeling drowsy? What activity you did in the morning today? before your breakfast? Did you go out to play or run or do any games, outside games, outdoor games? It's 9 o'clock. So beyond 9 o'clock, I think you must have got up around 7. And then there is a lot of time before the breakfast. Anyway, see, today I am going to share you about my adventure of Bhutan. We had gone to Bhutan for cycling. It was about 300 kilometers of cycling in about 9 days. And it was really a wonderful tour. So I am going to share about it. So let me proceed further.
Hari, please put your video on. Thank you.
Just a minute.
Hari, your face is not seen.
Yeah. So see, for this Bhutan tour, just a minute. Where is that? Just a minute. Yeah. See, we all in Mindware. You are now well aware about Mindware, the program which is led by Anindita. So we are really very, very fond of children. We like children like anything. And every session of Anindita or the different coaches which is taken up, they give you something new or something, which you are unaware about yourself. We try to explore the hidden talents each one of you have. And everyone, if you see, you will now see Navnita, you will see Jitesh, you will see Ajay, Chandranki, Anushri, and Ankit. All coaches are really excellent, and it is their really the whole focus will be to bring out the best in you, to bring out your own ability which you may not be aware. Like see earlier, some of you might have danced, but you might not have been dancing it regularly. But that the ability you will learn to our coach Ankit sir. Your hidden ability about cooking. So everything, you will be able to get in this short program of 15 days. And I'm sure you will be picking up something every day. And so that, you can go beyond the purpose, beyond the purpose of Rise Beyond Barriers. This is what our focus will be to every kid. He goes or she goes beyond the barrier. Everyone has got certain own barriers, but this program will give you an opportunity to go beyond your own barriers. So about Bhutan cycling, I was very much excited to take first cycling expedition. It was my first cycling expedition. I had just started cycling about 6 months back, and I was not at all able to cycle more than 20-25 kilometers or so maximum. So suddenly, what happened? Just 5 weeks before, the handle of cycle, it pushed my ribs inside, and my 2 ribs got fractured.
Sir, your voice was not clear just 1 minute before. So I think you need to just repeat about the accident. And you have to be little loud because your voice was breaking.
Okay. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, I was preparing for my Bhutan trip. and suddenly I fall inside my colony from the cycle. And it was just a normal, simple practice was going on, but I never expected that it could be so serious. My two ribs had broken in during that fall. Now there were only one thing which was visible to me. Now I cannot go to Bhutan. I will have to really lie in the bed for at least 2 months, take a rest. My condition was so bad, I was not able to speak. I was not able to laugh. I was not able to move at all. It was very, very bad situation. And suddenly, have meeting with this accident. So probably, my entire cycling would have been finished if I would not have done something. And that something was that I decided, no matter what, I will go. I talked to the doctor. Doctor gave me one chest band. If you see this presentation, in this you will find me. I am wearing a chest band that was supporting the ribs, and this is what allowed me to cycle. The doctor told me if your fracture is healed by around 70-80%, probably you can cycle with this with the help of this chest band. So that's what I was very happy that before going to Bhutan, I was okay. Just about 2 weeks back, 2 weeks earlier, and then my practice again started. So when we had gone to Bhutan, we had gone through tough terrains like Dochula Pass, Kelela Pass, and a hill station, Gangte. We had to cycle around all these places. Every day, the cycling will be around 30 to 60 kilometers, and the total distance of cycling and trekking was about 300 kilometers during our stay. So it is a very, let me tell you something about Bhutan. It's a very small country having a population of 0.77 million. It's less than 1 million. The growth rate is very, very slow, and it is known to be the world's most environment friendly country. They have got always the plus carbon point. I think you may find out from the internet what is the value of carbon points, because it is the country where the least pollution is there, and it has got the highest happiness index in the world, because all the countries are governed by GDP. You might be aware about that the commercial or the progress of any country is determined by GDP. But Bhutan is the only country where their focus is on happiness. Everyone is really having a different type of approach altogether. They are the most friendly people in the world, and they still have a king and a parliament system. So our route was from Pune. We had gone by flight to Calcutta. From Calcutta, we had gone to Paro. Paro is one of the 8 most dangerous airport in the world. Suddenly, there are hardly 8 or 10 pilots in the world who can fly to this place, Paro, who can land the plane or the takeoff from there. Thimphu is their capital. And cycling, we will be doing about 6 days. And Dochula Pass, will be going through. Gangte Hill Station will be there. Kelela Pass will be there. Then we were going to Paro, trekking to Tiger's Nest Monastery, and again back to Paro. So he is the Prime Minister. That time he was the Prime Minister. His name is Shering Tobge. He is, he is a engineering graduate from Pittsburgh University. He has studied in US, and he is also Harvard MS. He has done MS in public administration, and he ruled Nepal or this Bhutan for 5 years from 2014 to 2019. So when we had gone, he had come there to give the prize distribution to a cycling rally was going on. He had come here along with his wife, and you can see the simplicity without any security guards or anything around him. We could get the photograph done through with him. This was our privilege. So we started our cycling from Thimphu. Thimphu is the capital of Bhutan, and this was our starting point. You can see all the riders are standing with their cycles in the about to start. That's where our tour was about to start. These are the various places which we had gone through. Can you see this hanging cable suspension bridge where we all were standing? And this was amazing to see what a river is flowing in with the gushing water, and this hanging bridge, this is cable suspension bridge, was above the river, and we enjoyed like anything. On the way, first we had gone through this Dochula Pass, and then we had gone through Chelela Pass. Chelela Pass is at around 3,988 meters. It is the highest in Bhutan. It is the highest altitude in Bhutan. Now, this was our van where the cycles were loaded on the top, rooftop. And whenever anybody get tired or if cycle is requiring some repair, the cycle will be loaded and that person can sit over there, relax for some time till his cycle gets repaired or her cycle gets repaired, and then again start. See, one of these days we had gone during our tour to this Tiger's Nest Monastery. Tiger's Nest Monastery is Arav. So, see, have you heard of this Tiger's Nest Monastery? It is the highest point in Bhutan where the monastery is there, and you have to go. It is about 10 kilometers of trekking we have to do. And if you see just before this temple, this monastery, these number of stairs we have to climb is about 400 stairs. And before this, we have to go down by stairs again by 400 stairs. So going down 400 stairs and coming up. So while returning, it is the same. First get down by nearly 400 steps and then again climb up. It was very, very tiring, very tiring. But the scene, everything was so beautiful over there. You can see this, how are the surroundings. This was our different places where we were having our stay in between while cycling. This is the lunch we were having. Can you imagine? Have you taken lunch anywhere outside your home along the side of the river or river bank? Has anybody taken lunch? It's like heaven, I tell you. It's really heaven when you have done cycling of about 30-40 kilometers and a warm, hot lunch is available. So yummy it is at that time. If you see, these are my colleagues. This is the way we were resting. Whenever we are getting tired, just sleeping on the road, because there is no traffic on Bhutan roads. Traffic is hardly anything. And there is absolutely no pollution. So, they make one small pits on along the sides of the road where you can throw plastic bottles and you can throw all the garbage. And their van comes and every day it picks up from those pits. And people are so really cooperative that they don't make their country anywhere there is no garbage. You cannot see any garbage. We enjoyed archery there. This is we had done, we created 2 teams and we enjoyed this archery. Then there was a beautiful cultural program where they presented us the local dances, and it was really wonderful to see their culture. So, first of all, I was being the first, my cycling tour. After this tour, I have now done about 8 cycling tours, which includes Nilgiris, which includes Rajasthan, Manali to Khardungla, all over around in all around our country, and also in Europe also we had gone for that. So these broken ribs, which I had met with an accident before the tour, it was at that time, if I would have lost my courage or if I would have given up, that was the time when a whole new world opened for me. And I could collect my daring, and that has so far opened my whole world about the cycling. All the fears which was there before cycling, it has disappeared. How many of you do cycling? Are you guys doing? Oh, wow, wow, Shri Charan. Siddharth, what about you? And Sasha, what about you? Are you cycling?
I'm buying a cycle and I'm
Ah. And Siddharth, do you cycle? Siddharth, do you cycle?
I do.
Diksha, oh, good. Diksha, what
Sometimes.
about you? Okay,
Sometimes.
okay. Do you enjoy?
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
fun.
enjoy? Okay. So this must be around your house or your stay, wherever, what your staying place where you are staying. I think you must be enjoying there. But with friends or with your parents, you can go for a long ride. It will be real fun, real fun. And this difficulty which I had come across about the accident, it has opened up so many things. My whole world has changed. And this is where, when we are having our downfall or difficulties, that's the time where you can rise and break those barriers which was stopping. And that is where you can apply anywhere, whether you are having your exam fear, stage fear, darkness fear, or ghost fear, all those things you can tackle one by one. And these were all my childhood fears, which I had taken up and overcome all the fears. Now I have done so many things, so many adventures in my so far. Means I have done scuba diving in Andaman. I have done paragliding in Diu, and I have done more than 25,000 kilometers of cycling so far. When I also do marathons, I have done about 14 half marathons. You know how much is the distance of half marathon? Anybody? Anybody in chat box you can write, what is the distance of half marathon? I think you are unaware. You have to run 21 kilometers. 21 kilometers for completing a half marathon. So this is what I have done so far. I have also done this average base camp. Now, you have to really not give up anything, whatever you enjoy, whatever you wish. You should try to fulfill, accomplish all those things. If you see any sportsman, if you see any competitive person, you will find them having this ability that they have one common ability, that is they never give up. if you see, this is the poster which I first saw, and this particular poster has changed my life completely. This poster has is written. It is an army base camp poster, and it was their welcome sign. Never give up. So when I had seen it, I had decided, I should never get stopped, and that's where it has changed my life for 6-7 years. And this is where I have also applied almost any adventure which I do, and I really enjoy. Something always stops. In every adventure I have seen that something was always stopping, but the fun, the real enjoyment comes when you overcome that. So this is what my whole presentation and the adventure was all about. Now, if you want to ask me anything, please go ahead. And otherwise, the next session will be, you will be anxiously waiting for Ankit sir. And that is about the dance class which you will be having, dance session which you will be having. And I'll be handing over this mic to Anindita. If you have got any question, please ask. Anyone?
Okay, so I want to ask question to the kids. Quickly tell me, what did you learn from this session? What is that one takeaway that you're taking as a learning? Yes, Agna, please tell me. Very good.
Never give up.
Never give up. Very nice. Anybody else who wants to share anything else other than that? Yes, Deeksha.
What is sent in the chat box? Going out of your comfort spot.
Yes, same out there. Ditto. Very nice. Yes, Siddharth.
You can conquer anything with willpower.
Very nice. You can conquer anything with willpower. That's very beautifully framed, structured sentence. Yes, Sahasra, you were saying something?
I forgot it.
Okay. When you remember, please share. Okay, so all of our coach, whatever they're sharing with you, though they first do it in their own life, they're practicing it every moment. Now, right now, there is another, thing which I want to share with you. I know that Ankit sir would never share that with you, but Ankit sir was also not well. He had some eye infection and doctor recommended him to take proper rest till today. So after a gap, because he was not feeling well, after a big gap, he has again started. He's starting only from today, his class, right? Because he had a commitment that he should be here for your class. So that is what all our coaches have been practicing. We don't only say that you have to go beyond your barrier, but each one of our coaches are regularly doing all these things. That's why they are growing. They are making a difference in people's life in a big way. That's why they're so lovable. That's why they are full of empathy, full of energy. They are doing so well in their work. They are going places with their work. That is how it makes them extraordinary people in their life. There is so much to learn. It was very easy for Ankit sir to tell me that please manage today, ma'am, because I'm not well. It was very easy for me to tell someone else that please can somebody take the session today, because I am on vacation after I have come to my native place after 2.5 years. But then this is what we need to train our own brain also, that we have to go beyond our comfort zone. We have to work with our willpower and determination, and then we see beautiful things happening in our life, right? So that is what about today's session.